Hello and welcome back to DROD Advanced Concepts 2, where we are starting Wraithwings. And right away, this looks like much less of a puzzle than the Stalwart room. So Wraithwing is going to get stuck in here and I don't have 5 tiles of space. Is that the issue? That is the issue. Yeah, so as long as you're within 5 tiles of a Wraithwing, it will try to run. It'll try to keep a distance of 5 between you. So here, oh, I could get it closer. Okay, yeah. So there are 4 tiles between us. It's 5 tiles away. It'll try to maintain that distance as long as there's only one Wraithwing. And because of the way this is set up, I'm never going to be able to get you out of here. Right. Because of the ortho squares? Yes, because I would need to move here to push you out that way. If I do that, or if I do that, you're just going to slide. Okay. So I need to start from here, and then you'll get stuck in here, but I'll be able to extract you from there. No problem. Okay. Hey, Wraithwings by Chaco. Bethro had been familiar with Wraithwings for a long time. At first he thought they were straightforward. They were cowardly on their own, but attacked in groups and could fly. But the more he saw of them, the more he realized that their movement patterns were far from straightforward. Maybe the Wraithwing Annex could help. Yeah, actually, the fact that they fly is a surprisingly interesting aspect of the Wraithwing. Not only does it mean that they can move over pits and water, but more importantly, it means they don't push down pressure plates. Which, I've seen some pretty cool rooms done where you have a Wraithwing block a roach so that the roach can't step on the pressure plate, things like that. So yeah, it's interesting. Also immune to floor spikes, but that's not going to come up because floor spikes didn't exist yet. Simple, easy rooms. Challenging implementation rooms. Well, and exit to hub. Okay, well we know where we have to go first. Of course. Only one Wraithwing. Excellent. One Wraithwing is the perfect number to manipulate. Any more than that and it gets complicated. Wraithwings are flying creatures that have a healthy fear of Smite Masters. We will first examine one lone Wraithwing. Wraithwings measure distance by counting the horizontal distance and the vertical distance to the player and choosing the larger number. Okay. If the measured distance is greater than 5, a lone Wraithwing approaches Bethro like a roach. If the distance equals 5, it stays put. If the distance is less than 5, it flees like a roach queen. Alright. We got to see that a little bit there. Yep, it's going to run away, and then it's going to come towards us. Right, it's going to keep coming towards us. Until we hit here. Notice how each time you step towards the Wraithwing, the distance from it to you decreases to 4, so it flees south and stays 5 squares away. Yeah. Right, because if I wait, you see it turn... well, you can kind of see it. It turns around. Face me if I wait. The Wraithwing wants to flee south since the player is directly north of them. If you step southwest, you'll be to the northwest of the Wraithwing and it will flee southeast, sliding eastward. Right. I did that backwards, didn't I? If you step southwest, you'll be to the northwest of the Wraithwing. It'll flee southeast. But it doesn't slide eastward. I think the scroll mixed that up, actually. Oh no, it'll slide along this wall. Maybe that's what it means. Not sliding along this wall, but here. Okay, that's still fine. And here in the corner, it has nowhere to go. Stab. Okay. One lone Wraithwing has been dealt with. Two Wraithwings, and I'm disarmed. Okay. Okay, that's one way to do a mechanism, I guess. Disarmed, but you still light the fuse. Here's a sandbox to test your single Wraithwing direction skills. Blow up each Wraithwing by putting it into the bomb's explosion. Okay. Also make sure you actually blow up the first Wraithwing with the bomb. Second bomb only has 1 killing space. Okay. Groups of Wraithwings behave in a more complicated manner, explained to the south. Alright, so kill one Wraithwing. So we're gonna, in order to push the Wraithwing, we need to first get around it. I don't have to move diagonally. But we're gonna do that, push you up, and then we're just gonna wait. Okay, are you going to get stuck here? No, you're not. You're just gonna go through there. This is just silly. Okay, this is for me, I guess. This is a problem, isn't it? Well, we can do that. And now you're gonna slide with vertical preference. Okay. What happens if we step on this? Those open. Do we want that to happen? Is there some reason we wouldn't want that to happen? I think what we want to do here is we want to get the Wraithwing in ahead of us, and I'm not gonna think about it any more than that. Push the Wraithwing forward, like so. It's now in range of the bomb. And yeah, we can get out before the door closes on us. Excellent. Ooh, lighting effects. There we go. This looks like multiple Wraithwings at once. That is what the scroll promised, though, wasn't it? When multiple Wraithwings are in a room in close proximity to one another, things get complicated. Wraithwings get more confident when in groups, and will often attack the player if in large numbers and surrounding them. This will release the Wraithwings, okay. The two Wraithwings here are both in the same direction, south of the hero. They both flee. And we don't have any choice but to get them in here. I suppose we could have... Oh no. We couldn't... Why didn't that work? Hold on. Okay, we're just gonna... Here we have 1 and 2. 1 is fleeing. Okay, I could get it out this way if I wanted to. Do I want to do that? Probably not. Depending upon the angle the two Wraithwings are at, they may or may not remain 5 squares away from the player. In general, the higher angles mean more aggressive, until the angle gets to be more than 90 degrees, in which case they will attack like roaches. A more precise explanation is available in the section to the west, all of which is unrequired to complete the level. Okay. Let's not just kill them. Right, actually, I need to get a Wraithwing on each of these arrows in order for this to... This to work. Okay. So let's separate the Wraithwings so that I don't have to worry about any fancy Wraithwing hacking stuff. Well, I still kind of do anyway. This is... Okay, this just got really awkward all of a sudden. Is there a way I could extract just one of them? Okay, let's do this. That way, you'll be split off, that's fine. Still a little bit problematic. Oh, we can go around you like this to push you. How do we want to push you? I mean, we have to get the other one out, unfortunately. That's the issue. Yeah, and then it's too close. Okay, how about this top area? Yeah, we might just need both of them to get them to the top area. Okay, you're in the same direction, so you're both gonna behave nicely. Okay, you're too far apart now. There we go. Okay. Got one of you in there. Yes, Wraithwings also immune to hot tiles. That's right. Yeah, okay, that was much easier. Oh, I needed to be more clever about you, huh? Maybe going through here, this'll just work. Okay, maybe not. In the ideal setup, both Wraithwings will be positioned on the force arrows so as to block the roaches' advance and let you fry them. The two Wraithwings have the player surrounded, and as such will not flee even when given the ability to. Right, see if you could... I was hoping you were going to flee and then attack, but that's not going to happen, is it? No. Okay. Well, in this case... you know what, just start everything over. In this case, I've got it figured out now. Yeah, what we actually want to do here is we want to get both of them... Oh. There we go. Both of them in there. Because then one of them slides through like that, then we get the other one out. Okay. There we go. At this point, stepping on the Ormites will mean death, since both Wraithwings will attack like roaches and one will slaughter you. The recommended approach is to kill one of the Wraithwings as you exit, so the other will revert to alone behavior. Okay, well, we'll do that. And then, okay, you can't even go anywhere. Alright. More complicated stuff, and also fancy lighting. The behavior of hordes of Wraithwings is an infamous topic indeed. This section will give some hints and tips that might help explain what's going on a little better. Are these clones? Oh no, character B-throw. Okay, so we're gonna need some scripting here, I guess. Or maybe not. Oh. In each diagram, the Fagundo is the Wraithwing that moves first. Okay, just descriptions, I guess. Let's start by examining whether or not any particular Wraithwing will kill B-throw. You see here a Wraithwing represented by a Fagundo that is next to B-throw. On its turn, it looks at two regions. The square of size 5x5 centered around itself, red. The square of size 7x7 centered around B-throw. This is starting to get awfully technical. Note that the orange area represents all squares that any second Wraithwing would see as being 3 squares or less away from B-throw, but further than 2 squares away from the Wraithwing whose turn it is. Right, okay, so this is just a visual demonstration of something. Like, I already knew about this, where you have... You want Wraithwings that are far enough away from each other that they won't attack unless they're far enough away from each other, basically. If there is at least one other Wraithwing in the orange area, then the Wraithwing whose turn it is will attack and kill B-throw. Thus, we see in the north diagram that the Fagundo will flee, but in the south diagram, the Fagundo will kill. And that's interesting, because that means, well, I guess this setup is like what I was thinking here. You can have two sort of on the same side, as long as they're not close enough to each other. That's the important thing. Like, if this was down here and this was here, this would that still work? I guess it would, actually. Well, yeah, because that would be like here and here. Interesting. Yeah, as long they can't be within 2 of each other. That's the thing. Of course, the main problem is just one of movement order. Each Wraithwing examines the situation at the very instant they move, which takes into account all the moves of all the Wraithwings that moved before itself. Thus, the second Wraithwing might attack and kill Bithro just because a Wraithwing that moved first fled from Bithro and put itself in the right spot. Yes, this is why Wraithwing hordes are not very fun to predict. Go this way for a couple of odd situations where Bithro lives, even though you would think he wouldn't. Okay. Despite being completely surrounded, when you enter the tunnel, none of the Wraithwings will kill you, since all of them are within 2 squares of each other. Yes, this is something I'm familiar with. They're all too close to each other. None of the 3 Wraithwings will kill you when you step on the invisibility potion and become visible again, because none of the other Wraithwings are simultaneously within 3 squares of Bithro and not within 2 squares of those Wraithwings. The Wraithwings making the ring around Bithro are all 4 squares away and don't help the Wraithwings next to Bithro because they aren't close enough. Okay. Yeah, 3x3 around Bithro. Weird. If I do that, they'll kill me. Yeah. All right. Missed the scroll. This way for a comprehensive treatise on how multiple Wraithwings work as an expansion of the logic in this room. Okay, this looks like a lot of reading, which is fine. It just means that I'm not doing a puzzle, I guess. Yeah, this does not need to be cleared. Okay. Thanks to Biblot for the explanation shown in this room. Wraithwing's tendency to attack Bithro when they have him surrounded is an emergent behavior that comes from a relatively simple algorithm. It's a mouthful, but the diagrams at left should explain it better. On its turn, a Wraithwing calculates its distance from Bithro. We'll call it D. If D is greater than 5, the Wraithwing will move closer to Bithro like a roach, no matter what else is going on. If D is 5 or less, however, the diagrams at left come into play. Wraithwing looks at each other Wraithwing in the room and calculates its distance from Bithro, D2, and the distance from itself, D3. If at least one Wraithwing meets the following 2 conditions simultaneously, the Wraithwing whose turn it is will move forward towards Bithro like a roach and kill him if it moves on top of Bithro. Okay, condition 1. D3, which is the distance between this Wraithwing and any other Wraithwing, must be 3 or greater. This is shown by the red square of radius 2. Any Wraithwing in the red square will not make the Wraithwing more confident to advance. 2. The difference between D and D2 must be 2 or less. Which is... what was D and D2? D2 is the distance between the Wraithwing and Bithro? I'm gonna have to read those. The intersection of these 2 requirements is shown by the orange region, which does not include the red square. If there is any other Wraithwing in the orange region, the Wraithwing will attack, regardless of where any other Wraithwings are. Wait, no, D is the Wraithwing's distance to Bithro, D2 is another Wraithwing's distance from Bithro, right? I'm gonna check that again. Pretty sure that's what it was saying. If there aren't any Wraithwings in the orange region, then the Wraithwing will act as if it were the only Wraithwing in the room. If D is less than 5, it will flee, Bithro like a roach queen, and if D is exactly 5, it won't move. Each Wraithwing in each diagram will only attack at Bithro standing on the rock square if there is another Wraithwing inside the orange region, which does not include the red region. Okay. D's distance from Bithro. Looks at each other and calculates its distance. Yeah, D2 is another Wraithwing's distance from Bithro. Okay. D equals 5. D2 must be between 3 and 7. Right, so we are 5 apart. Interesting. Yeah, so at this distance, Wraithwings actually have quite the impact. D is 3. D2 must be between 1 and 5. Okay. D is 2. D2 must be 4 or less. Yep. D equals 1. D2 must be 3 or less. But not 1. D equals 4. D2 must be between 2 and 6. Okay. Oh, this... Darn it. More scrolls. Some remarks derived from these diagrams and the algorithms described in the northeast corner of the room. Even though nothing in the Wraithwings algorithm directly states that the angle between Wraithwings needs to be large, it's clear that it helps the other Wraithwings stay out of the red square for several moves. Yeah, I've never really thought about angles. I've only really thought about the distances between Bithro and multiple Wraithwings, but I guess angles is another way to think of it. The second Wraithwing to move examines its own orange region, and if the first Wraithwing just finished moving into its orange region, even if it fled there, the second Wraithwing will attack. The D5 and D4 diagrams show that Wraithwings as far away as 7 squares from Bithro can affect Wraithwing movement, but weirdly, a Wraithwing at that distance might be afraid to approach even if another is right next to Bithro. Hordes of Wraithwings attack almost like roaches, mostly because the more Wraithwings there are, the more likely it is that any one Wraithwing in the horde will be in any other Wraithwing's orange region, so almost all of the time, almost all will attack. Wraithwings don't care what other Wraithwings are doing. If another Wraithwing is in the orange region but is distracted by a decoy or a stalwart, this Wraithwing won't care and will pursue its current target. Brains don't change the attack decision algorithm at all, just how the Wraithwing moves once it's decided whether to attack or flee, which we saw in Advanced Concepts 1 with the brains. Some weird stuff with the Wraithwings were used there. And the Roach Queen, which I guess it runs away like a Roach Queen, so yeah, brained Roach Queens were also pretty weird. The bottom lines. Don't be afraid, Wraithwings are an excellent example of a chaotic system. You might need to use some trial and error. Most architects have just as much trouble with multiple Wraithwings as you do. Many rooms don't require you to be precise. Although, as far as requiring precision goes, it just made me think of invisibility potions plus Wraithwings. It's really annoying trying to herd a single Wraithwing while you're invisible. I wonder if that's going to come up at some point. Probably. Alright, so now we have some more rooms to do stuff with. Since Wraithwings fly, they will not get fried by hot tiles even if they remain on the square for more than one turn. This is more than can be said for most monsters, such as the roaches here. Or the goblin, presumably. Okay, I can hit this, but... I don't want to do that yet. Okay, I have to come in here. Do I need these Wraithwings for something? I wonder. Okay, Wraithwing protects the roach from being fried. Let's fry the roach. Standing here. No, I needed the roach as a goblin blocker. Okay. That checkpoint was well placed. Alright, didn't really explain what I was doing too much there, but I guess I talked about trapping the goblin. I don't know, goblin manipulation, I don't feel like there's much point in me talking through the process so much as just doing it. Wraithwings will treat decoys exactly the same as they would Beathrow. Since the decoy's range of attraction is 5 squares, which is identical to the Wraithwing's tolerance range, single Wraithwings tend to pin themselves at the edge of the range and get stuck. Okay. I can toggle that. And I guess this is where the decoy has to go then. And given that we're dealing with Wraithwings, it probably doesn't matter which way I have it sword facing. Okay, so you ran away from... Yeah, so you're currently focusing on the decoy. I can't click on you to see your target. But I can do that, put you on the arrow, and then you'll come to me. And we need to blow you up, so could you kindly get yourself in there? Yes. Groups of Wraithwings will treat a decoy just like they would Beathrow and will approach more aggressively. However, like other monsters, they cannot actually kill the decoy. I guess we put it there because, yeah, we don't want to light the fuse. That would be silly. Oh, I see. And that's probably one of the reasons we're disarmed, is so that we're not going to screw this up by placing the decoy with the wrong facing. Oh. Let's not get trapped. Ah, the invisibility room. I knew this was coming. Well, we've opened this, but the Wraithwing's not moving. When Beathrow turns invisible, the radius for monsters to sense him is 5 squares. Therefore, one lone Wraithwing won't follow Beathrow. Luckily, in this room, Beathrow has some help available to give this Wraithwing more confidence. Okay. I guess we want to push you there, probably. Okay, we'll do it that way. Neat application of invisibility with the Wraithwings. Not too bad. Wraithwings treat stalwarts pretty much the same as they do Beathrow. They will flee from the stalwart that they consider their target and possibly into the range of another. Keep in mind that stalwarts will not bother going after Wraithwings they can't reach with their swords. Wraithwings are perfectly capable of killing stalwarts in situations where a substituted Beathrow would also die, as is the standard for stalwarts. Yes. Enemies will kill stalwarts. Okay, so I can release that. You will not stab this because it'll run away. Which will attract you. Okay, I guess this is how we're doing this. And then, yeah, you get attracted there. And then you're gonna run away until you're in range of the bomb. Stalwart stops advancing. Here. Yeah, they killed the stalwart. Alright. Nice of them to provide escapes for the stalwarts, so they're not stuck here forever. Oh, I guess this is the way I was going. Wraithwings are flying creatures, and as such cannot be dropped into pits, or drowned even if bridges are dropped or if platforms or rafts are moved from underneath them. You'll just need to stab the 2 Wraithwings in this room. Okay, yeah, just stab the Wraithwings. It's nice and simple. I do have to actually do that. Oh, it's literally... There's nothing to it at all, okay. Now just drop the platforms to demonstrate that they don't... the bridges to demonstrate that they don't actually drop. And again, I took the wrong exit. And this is... Oh no, there's going to be one more room down here, and then we have advanced puzzles. Okay, so almost done with the basics. Due to the fact that Wraithwings fly, they will never trigger any pressure plates, even if they occupy their space. The clever Smite Master or clever Architect can take advantage of this. Okay, so we need you both to be held? Well, if we want the roach out of here. Okay, we can't hit that. What releases you? We can't hit that. So first step is this. I guess we put the goblin here. Since we don't have many options here. Oh, I see. You're gonna come here automatically. So we need to pre-place the Wraithwing. Okay. Yeah, and Wraithwing does not push this. It's good, because if it did, that would be terrible. Now we're stuck until the roach releases us. Gonna do this. And hitting that just releases this. Which we want because we need to get to... which we want to do because we need to... kill these roaches before we... Yeah, we can't kill anything else in here yet. We have to. Wait a minute. No, you go there. Okay, I'm being dumb. The Wraithwing isn't holding down the pressure plate. That's the whole point of this. I need something else to hold down that pressure plate. Alright, well, we can come in here easily enough. Alright, let's just go around. Let's go around again with our sword facing a better direction. This might take a while. This is how you high score this room, incidentally. For those who are curious, this is absolutely the way you high score this room. There we go. Alright. Good little puzzle. Not that difficult, but everything kind of just falls together nicely. Alright, we got some stalwart shenanigans there again. Oh wait. Wait, that's a guard, not a stalwart. Okay. Brained Wraithwings don't move in any more complicated a way than non-brained behavior. They still calculate the distance as the maximum of vertical and horizontal distance. Brained Wraithwings move the same way a brained roach would in their location if attacking, but flee the opposite direction of the way a brained roach would move. Brained roach. Okay. This means that Wraithwings will try to move horizontally or vertically in order to reach the 5-square border unless the player is lined up diagonally with them, in which case they'll approach or flee diagonally. Interesting. Note that the Wraithwing will approach or flee based upon the brain's path map to the player, which may modify its direction of approach. Okay, I guess we need to blow you up, probably? Yes, you're still trying to flee from you orthogonally. Until we get you... Hmm. Okay, this is oops, a bit of interesting work there. Oh, okay, you can... Yeah, you can flee from us that way. Okay, I figured it out. Right, don't be on the diagonal all the time. In this situation, the Wraithwing's brain path makes it think that the player is to its west. Really? I'll take your word for it. Approaching it makes the Wraithwing consider its distance to the player less than 5, making it flee from the brain's path, taking it closer to the player. Eventually it gets to the Force Arrow, or recognizes the existence of a northeast path to the player and tries to flee southwest, but by that point it's too late. Oh, are we talking about this? It's fleeing. No, we do this. Okay, so from here... It's trying to attack me, right? Now it's fleeing from me. Yeah, okay, that's what it's showing here. So here it's fleeing from me because it's calculating distance via path map. Okay. Alright, so that's it for the basics. Somewhat confusing, one of the more confusing enemies, I would say. Challenging implementation rooms. I think that's a good place to stop for now, and yeah, who knows how big that area is going to be. So we'll investigate that in the next part. I will see you then.